These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, arguably the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads. We're not exaggerating, are we, Eggs?
No, not at all.
Unbeatable. Hoping to get one over on our quiz champions today are the stand-up guys. Now, the majority of this team met while studying at the University of Edinburgh and regularly quiz together at various pubs around the city. So, let's meet them.
Hi, I'm David, and I'm an investment manager.
Hi, I'm Sanj, and I'm an accountant.
Hi, I'm Douglas, and I'm also an accountant.
Hi, I'm Stuart, and I'm a postgraduate student. Hi, I'm Ewan, and I'm a structural engineer.
So, David and team, hello.
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 So, basically friends, quizzers, coming together here.
Yeah, friends from university, football team, and work, so yeah.
And remind me why you're called the stand-up guys.
So the first quiz we entered when we formed, there were no seats left in the bar, so we had to stand for the whole quiz. And yeah, that's all started.
Did you win that one?
We came in a respectable third and won a bottle of wine, so...
And subsequently, you've quizzed and come second.
Yes, we have, yeah, that's right.
So we're thinking third. Can
Well-
you see a pattern here, Eggs? Third, second.
First.
Yeah, that's what... I wasn't even going to say it, because I think we just need to let that thought settle with them, unnerve them a bit. You got all bases covered, you got music and science? And...
Yeah, I think we do. We're quite a rounded team.
OK, well, good luck to your challengers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers. If they fail to defeat the Eggheads, we roll the prize money over to the next show. The last team to play them snatched all the money, I'm afraid, because the Eggheads had a bit of a mare, didn't you? And it means there's £1,000 for you to play for today. Would you like to crack on?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Good
It
stuff.
is.
So the first head-to-head battle is on the subject of music. So it's one of you against either Lisa, Beth, Barry, Pat or Chris.
Sanj?
I think it's
I think Ewan's maybe better.
You-
Yeah.
you go for that?
I can take this one.
You can use it. Let's go for that.
Go on, Ewan.
OK, our engineer going in on music. Against which Egghead? You can have any one of them.
Yeah, go for it.
Can't whisper.
Lisa?
Lisa?
Lisa,
sorry.
yeah.
I'll play Lisa.
That's a cold start for you today. Straight in.
Okay.
All right? She's up for it, and we may even get Lisa to sing. Ewan from the stand-up guys standing up against Lisa from the Eggheads. Please go to our legendary question room. So, music, and you're up against Lisa, and would you like Ewan to go first or second?
I'd like to go first.
That was the easiest question I'm going to ask you.
Great.
Here's your question. Which of these stage musicals is set in Berlin? Cabaret, The Sound of Music, or The Phantom of the Opera?
Probably the only thing I didn't want to come up on this music round was this kind of thing. I really don't know. I think I'm going to have a bit of a punt and go for The Phantom of the Opera.
I think The Sound of Music's a lot of sort of rollicking around the hills.
Yeah.
The Phantom of the Opera, I thought might be Paris. Is it? Paris. Cabaret is, well, it's sort of wartime, isn't it?
It's early 30s Berlin, just before
Yeah.
the rise of the Nazis.
Oh, so it's pre-Hitler. So Cabaret it is. Okay, Lisa. In which year, Lisa, did Beyoncé have her first solo UK #1 single? 1998, 2003, or 2008?
That's actually quite hard. I'm a bit torn between 2003 and 2008. It's a question of remembering how long Destiny's Child were going for and when she started. Now, I think it was Crazy in Love. Or was that her comeback #1, or is that her first #1? Now, I had 2005 in my head. That's really annoying because I'm now obviously between two stones. Okay, let's have a think. Yeah, okay, I think I can fairly safely rule out 98 because she's younger than me, Beyoncé. And I think she would have been, Destiny's Child would just have been getting off the ground then. 2003, even that might just be too young. Okay, 2008.
2003 is the answer.
Oh no, gutted.
So Ewan, this is good. Yeah,
Back
got
in
away
it.
with it. Yeah, you're back in the game. Here's your question. What was the title of Oasis's 1994 debut album? What's the Story, Morning Glory, Definitely Maybe, or Be Here Now?
94. I've not actually heard of Be Here Now. And I think there's a few singles from What's the Story that are around 1996. So would that, or is it Definitely Maybe? Oh, it's really between all three of them, isn't it? I'm going to have another bit of a guess at, I'm going to go Be Here Now, actually.
Okay, Be Here Now is your answer. Their debut, do you know, lads?
I would have guessed What's the Story.
Yeah, we would have guessed that.
Well, that is the absolutely brilliant defining album by them, but it was their second. The answer is Definitely Maybe. Ewan, so Lisa, your question. When your day is long and the night is yours alone, are the opening lines to which song by R.E.M.? Everybody Hurts, Shiny Happy People, or Losing My Religion?
Oh, good. Back on firm ground with the lyrics question. That's Everybody Hurts.
Everybody Hurts is the answer. Okay, so she's scored. So Ewan, you need this one.
Yeah.
Big Love and Go Your Own Way are UK hit singles by which band? Is it Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, or Fleetwood Mac?
Oh, this is one of the questions I really, really should know. I don't think it's Pink Floyd. I'm sorry, it's going to have to be another guess, and I'm going to go Led Zeppelin.
Ah! Well, you're right, it wasn't Pink Floyd. Big Love, Go Your Own Way. Fleetwood Mac. Ewan, so sorry you have not scored and you are out, and Lisa is in the final round, but it's early days. Please return to us, we'll play on. Okay, as it stands, these stand-up guys have lost a brain from the final round. Yet to find our seat at the bar here. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
We'll get there.
It started badly for the last team and then they beat them. Yeah. The Eggheads have not lost any so far. The next subject is politics. All right, guys.
Stuart, I reckon.
Well, I'm going to rule myself out of that one straight away.
It's between me and
Yeah.
Same.
Stuart,
I'm happy
you
to
said
do
you
that.
were happy to do it.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mind.
You go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Who's that, Douglas?
Yeah.
All right, Douglas, accountant against which Egghead? Anyone but Lisa.
Go big or go home.
Yeah, well, my gran warned me against picking Barry, so I might not do that.
The word's out among grannies.
Yeah.
I think how impressed you'll be.
What do you
Yeah, actually, she'll probably be quite impressed, so I will go Barry.
He loves to play. So Douglas from the stand-up guys versus Barry from the Eggheads. Every granny is concerned about Barry.
Oh, now you've put me on the spot because I wouldn't want to upset your gran.
Yeah, well, if Granny's watching, we're sorry if what follows is not good. To ensure there's no conferring, please take your positions in the question room. So, Barry, you've got to try and do this without upsetting Douglas's granny.
I'll do my best.
OK, so, Douglas, would you like to go first or second on politics?
I'll go first, please.
All right, here we go. Politics, your first question. Which of these Russian or Soviet leaders was born first? Mikhail Gorbachev, Leonid Brezhnev, or Vladimir Putin?
Well, I'll rule out Putin to start with. So it's between Brezhnev and Gorbachev. I think Brezhnev was certainly before Gorbachev, because Gorbachev was the one who helped dissolve, well, not helped, allowed the dissolution of the Soviet Union. So I think I'll go Brezhnev, please.
Leonid Brezhnev is the right answer. Well done. OK, Barry. James Ramsay MacDonald was the first leader of which political party to serve as Prime Minister of the UK? Conservative, Labour, or Liberal?
James Ramsay MacDonald was famously the first leader of the Labour Party to serve as Prime Minister.
Indeed so. Labour is right. Douglas. Donald Trump was accused of refusing to shake the hand of which world leader in March 2017? Francois Hollande, Theresa May, or Angela Merkel?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's not Theresa May, because I think he held her hand. I'm not sure if he met Hollande, so I think it's Angela Merkel.
Yeah, you're playing well. It is indeed Angela Merkel. It was a very embarrassing moment in that sofa room, wasn't it? And I think she sort of initiated a handshake that didn't happen. Barry, in Irish politics, Oireachtas is the Gaelic name for what? Parliament, the Prime Minister, or an MP?
OK. Well, the Prime Minister, I'm pretty certain in Irish politics, is the Taoiseach. I'm not quite sure what an MP is, but I think Oireachtas is the Gaelic name for the Parliament.
I seem to remember you're quite good on your parliaments. Did you do the Iceland one and the Greenland one and the Finland one?
Yes.
The Kipling and
The Iceland one is Alting, the oldest one in the world.
Anyway, you've got it right. Well done. Parliament. He's playing well, Douglas, but so far your granny is very proud of you. Let's get this one
Guy
right.
here. Maybe I should have taken her advice.
Yeah, no, this is good. It's going well. Which Prime Minister of the UK was famously described by Edmund Burke as not merely a chip off the old block, but the old block itself? Neville Chamberlain, Winston Churchill, or Pitt the Younger?
Well, don't think it's Neville Chamberlain. Partly drawn to Pitt the Younger because I've got the Younger in the title. I'm not sure about Churchill, so I think I'll go for Pitt the Younger, actually.
Pitt the Younger is quite right. Barry, to stay in, what was the nickname of the US District Judge John Sirica, who presided over the trials of the Watergate burglars in 1973? John Sirica. Maximum John, Big Bad John, or Judge Roy John?
Well, I think Judge Roy John was as an assigned to Judge Roy Bean, so I shall discount that. And although Watergate was a long time ago, I seem to vaguely remember John Sirica was called Maximum John.
Yes, he was called Maximum John. Well done. 3 out of 3 for you both. With the scores level, we go to sudden death. It gets a bit harder. I don't give you alternative options.
Okay.
So, Douglas, here we go. Which politician, the MP for Clacton, left UKIP in 2017 and served as an independent MP?
I believe this is Douglas Carswell. He was a Tory before, yeah.
It is. Went Tory, went UKIP, went independent. Douglas Carswell. Correct. Barry, to stay in. Which man, born in 1809, was nicknamed the Great Emancipator?
Oh, 1809. That's Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln is right. Douglas, who served as deputy leader of the Conservative Party from 1975 to 1991?
I'm struggling now. I'll go for a complete guess, and I'll say Oliver Letwin.
No, I think he's a somewhat different generation.
Yeah. Oh well.
He might have been at university in 1975, I'm not sure. This is a guy called Willie Whitelaw.
Didn't know him.
Barry, you can take the round with this. At the 1977 Conservative Party conference, who famously said, "Half of you may not be here in 30 or 40 years, but I will be, and I want to be free"?
I think he was 16 years old at the time when he said that. I think he subsequently became the MP for Richmond before moving on to Foreign Secretary, and I'm pretty certain that was William Hague.
William Hague is the right answer.
Oh,
Oh dear.
sorry, Gran,
Sorry, Gran.
Don't believe it.
I don't believe,
Don't believe
it.
it.
Oh, Barry, what have you done?
She'll be furious.
Which part of the country does she live in, Douglas?
She lives in Airdrie.
You're going to have to stay clear of there for a while, Barry. Well done, though. You're in the final. Sorry, Douglas. You were beaten by Eric here, but you played very, very well on politics, may I say. So return to us, gentlemen. Rejoin your teams, and we'll play round 3. So, as it stands, the stand-up guys have lost 2 brains from the final round, but they still look confident. You still look as if you're in command of the agenda.
Yeah.
The Eggheads have not lost any so far, but they had a shocker last time, so let's see if we can rock them back on their heels. The next subject is arts and books. So, David and team, who wants this?
Yep. So it's not a strong point of any of us.
No, we're all terrible at it.
We're not great.
What do we think?
Well, I would think
I
Sanj,
think
but
Stu's probably going to be better in the final.
Oh no! Don't put that kind of pressure on me.
I really don't want to do arts and books. It's not my forte.
Sounds good.
Right,
So-
by default, I'll take arts and books.
Sanj, OK, another accountant against either Beth, Pat or Chris.
I will take Beth.
You're going to take Beth. Fine. Sanj from the stand-up guys takes on Beth from the Eggheads. Is this the moment they turn the tide? Let's see. Please go to the question room. Arts and books, Sanj. Would you like to go first or second against Beth?
I'll go first.
Here we go. The artist Francisco Goya was born in 1746. In which country? Sanj, is it Spain, Ireland or Turkey?
I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure about this one. The name sounds Spanish, so I'm tempted to go for Spain, but I mean, it would be a guess, to be honest. It feels like it'd be too obvious. Okay, let's just go Spain.
Yeah, Spain it is.
Oh, great.
Completely. Beth, in Herman Melville's Moby Dick, what is the name of the one-legged sea captain who hunts relentlessly for the white whale? Is it Ahab, Starbuck, or Ishmael?
They're all characters in Moby Dick. It's not a book I've read, actually. But I think it's Captain Ahab.
It is Ahab, yeah. I read it at college. Very long. That's all I remember. Sanj, which of these is an epic poem by John Milton? The Pilgrim's Progress, Paradise Lost, or Inferno?
When you say an epic poem, Inferno comes to mind, but again, I'm not entirely sure where I'm getting that. Wait a minute, I think Inferno was by Dante, so let's rule that one out. Paradise Lost. Let's go Paradise Lost.
Yeah, you've got it right. Well done, because Pilgrim's Progress is Bunyan, so it's Bunyan and Dante, the other two, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beth, your question. In Shakespeare's Othello, who says, "Oh, beware, my lord, of jealousy, it is the green-eyed monster, which doth mock the meat it feeds on"? Is it Othello, Desdemona, or Iago?
I don't think Othello said it himself. I'm thinking the my lord bit would be probably either his wife or his servant. I'm terrible at Shakespeare plays. I will go with Iago.
Yeah, exactly. Iago it is. Well done. Not his wife. Okay, she's hard to throw off, isn't she, Sanj?
Oh yeah.
Get this one right, see if you can cause Beth some trouble. Which of these is a famous work by Raphael? The Large Bathers, The School of Athens, or The Birth of Venus?
Raphael. I don't know why The Birth of Venus is jumping out at me. It might just be the only one that's vaguely familiar. I don't... it would be a guess. God, we'll go Birth of Venus.
I'm trying to work out who that is. It's actually The School of Athens is Raphael. Cézanne is The Large Bathers, and Botticelli is The Birth of Venus. So you got 2 out of 3, Sanj. Beth has a chance to take the round. The Storm on the Sea of Galilee, Beth, famously stolen from a Boston art gallery in 1990, is a major work by which artist? Rembrandt, Caravaggio, or Vermeer?
Storm on the Sea of Galilee. Don't think it was Vermeer. But Rembrandt and Caravaggio they did biblical scenes. But Caravaggio, I think, did more people. And I think Rembrandt may have done more scenes. So I think I'll stick with my first thought of Rembrandt.
Rembrandt is the answer, Beth. You've taken the round on that. Well done, Sanj, beaten by our Egghead, and as a result, you will not be able to help your team in the final round. But don't worry, they're not out of it yet. Come back to us, we'll play on. Okay, stand up, guys. You have lost 3 brains from the final round. David, any change of formation or tactics?
I think we saved the best till last. That'll be Stuart, not me.
All right.
So yeah, but we'll see
Okay.
what comes up.
Here we go. The Eggheads have still not lost any brains. What will happen next? It's geography. So it's Stuart or David?
You're pretty confident in geography, aren't you?
Geography.
Reasonably.
But that's the risk of leaving me. That's a huge risk.
I have the utmost faith in you, Dave.
You'll do it.
Okay.
Oh, so you're going, David, yeah?
Actually,
No.
No.
Stuart's
Stuart.
going to take on geography.
Yep.
He's
Right.
going to win.
And you can take either of the 2 gents on this side of the table, Pat or Chris,
Who do you fancy?
known as the Shark and the Steamroller.
Take the shark.
Don't take the
shark. I'll go for Chris, please.
You're going for Chris, okay? So Stuart, well, he's the Steamroller, but anyway. Stuart from the Stand Up Guys versus Chris from the Eggheads. Please, for the last time, go to our question room. Okay, good luck, Stuart. You're playing a great Egghead here. Good old Chris. Would you like to go first or second?
First, please.
And here we go. Which of these upland areas is located in Wales? Stuart, is it the Cambrian Mountains, Cairngorm Mountains, or Cheviot Hills?
Well, I can discount straight off the bat the Cairngorm Mountains. So either leaves the Cheviot Hills or the Cambrian Mountains. And I think it is the Cambrian Mountains.
It is the Cambrian Mountains. Well done, Stuart. Good stuff. First point to you. 1 out of 1. Chris, lying on the ancient Silk Route, in which country is the city of Kashgar? Spain, China, or Egypt?
It's just in the extreme west of China.
It is. China is right. Stuart, the Bulgarian seaport of Varna is located on which body of water? Mediterranean Sea, Caspian Sea, or Black Sea?
I think because of its location, I'm fairly confident it's not the Mediterranean Sea. So it's between the Caspian Sea and the Black Sea. I think it's the Black Sea.
You're playing really well. Black Sea's right. That's not easy either. Choosing between seas. Chris, which of these islands is the largest? Chris, is it Borneo, Iceland, or Jamaica?
Well, Jamaica's no real size, but half the size of Cuba. Iceland's quite large, but I think Borneo is even larger, so it's Borneo.
Yes, you've got it right. Again, not easy. Borneo it is. 2-2. Stuart, Arnhem Land is an area in which part of Australia? So Arnhem is A-R-N-H-E-M. Tasmania, Northern Territory, or South Australia?
Unfortunately, it's got to be a guess, and I'll guess the Northern Territory.
Let's see, Lisa, do you know this?
Of course I don't, Jeremy.
Always ask your Australia questions. Northern Territory's right. What about that? Is this the turning point? Let's see. Chris could go on this question. Here we go, Chris. Mount Godwin Austen is an alternative name for which mountain? Vesuvius, K2, or Kilimanjaro?
That's the alternative name for K2, Karakoram 2.
K2 is correct. So 3-3 after 3 questions. Perfect scores so far. And Stuart, we go to sudden death again. So it gets a bit harder. No options. Which of the world's deserts, Stuart, is often said to take its name from the Mongolian for waterless place?
There's a TV show out at the moment called Marco Polo, and I'm sure the desert must feature in it, but I'm struggling to remember what it's called. I don't know, so for an answer, I know it's wrong, but I'll guess the Sahara Desert, but it's not right.
No, it's the Gobi. Gobi Desert. Chris for the round. Sheringham, Wells next to the sea, and Brancaster are places on the north coast of which English county?
They're all in Norfolk, where the turkeys come from. Beautiful. Norfolk.
Norfolk is correct. You've taken the round on sudden death, Stuart. Sorry, we nearly got one of you into the final then. Didn't quite happen. Return to us and we will play the final round for £1,000. So this is what we've been playing towards, the climax, our final round. As always, it's general knowledge, but I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So it's all from the challengers' side, I'm afraid. Sanj, Douglas, Stuart, and Ewan from the stand-up guys, would you please now leave the studio? All right, David, you're playing to win the stand-up guys £1,000. Lisa, Beth, Barry, Pat, Chris, you're playing for something that money can't buy, the Eggheads' precious reputation. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. They're all going to be general knowledge. Normally, I say you can confer, but sadly, you're on your own. Yeah. David, the main question is, can your one brain defeat these 5? And it'll give everyone's granny something to write home about.
Let's hope so. Let's
hope so. Do you want to go first or second?
Let's mix it up. Actually, no, let's not mix it up. I'll go first.
Okay, here we go with your first question. What name is given to the art or practice of clipping shrubs or trees into ornamental shapes? Topiary, macrame, or ikebana?
I'm not a keen gardener, but I'm going to rule out ikebana, if that's how you say it. And also, I kind of pull towards topiary. Is that how you say it?
Topiary.
Just something about it is leading me towards that answer. So yeah, topiary.
Topiary is the right answer. Well done. Eggheads, help us. Macrame, what's that?
Knotting threads and cords.
So, yeah, sort of string weaving.
And ikebana?
Flower arranging.
Flower arranging. So well done, because those other 2 words were confusing. Eggheads, The Trossachs is a picturesque wooded valley in which part of the UK? Wales, Northern Ireland or Scotland?
Scotland, there we go. Scotland, everybody happy with that?
Oh, yeah.
That's in Scotland.
Scotland is correct. Your question, David. Who was the 40th president of the United States of America? John F. Kennedy, Ronald Reagan, or Barack Obama?
I was about to say it's really like Barack Obama, but I think he might have been 44th, 45th. I think we're around that number anyway at the moment, so let's rule Barack out. My political knowledge is not great, it's not my strong point, but the other two obviously are quite a bit further back in history. I'm actually going to go back on what I said, and I'm going to guess Barack Obama.
Barack Obama. Now, I think you were on the right track with your... Was he 45, Barack Obama? Which one was he?
44.
44?
Right.
Because I know that George Bush Sr. and George Bush Jr. call each other 43 and 41
Right.
as a kind of family joke. So you go one back from George Bush Sr. and you get Ronald Reagan. And that's the answer. Eggheads. In Greek mythology, who was the father of Ariadne? Minos, Creon, or Agamemnon?
Minos.
Minos.
She lived on Crete, didn't she?
She did.
Yeah.
She gave the string to...
She did give the string to...
Was she Minos' daughter? I suppose that's the only issue,
I
isn't
think
it?
she
She was
was.
certainly
I'm
the
pretty
king
certain
who
she
was
It
on
wasn't
Crete.
Agamemnon.
Through the
No.
Minotaur,
No.
Theseus.
Yes.
Theseus, yeah.
And
She
Certainly
Ariadne
Minos of
gave him
Crete
a
was-
string and
Yeah.
ended up in the soup as a result.
Certainly Minos was the king that was there.
he's the king of Crete.
I'm not sure if
Who's
she was the king.
Creon?
or-
I think
Creon was a king of Athens.
Agamemnon is
Wrong
from
place.
Mycenae.
Mycenae, Agamemnon's much earlier. I'm sure it's Minos.
It's the only one
Yeah.
that we can put in the right
In the right place, yeah. Okay. Go with that? We're going to go with Minos.
Minos is right. So they're ahead, and it means, David, you've got to get this one right to keep the contest alive. Which of these orders of chivalry was formally established by James VII of Scotland, or as he was also known, James II of England in 1687? Order of the Garter, Order of the Thistle, or Order of the Bath?
Nothing sticks out at the moment, but the Garter, I don't know, I think there's something about that that's coming to my head. I think I'm going to have to go for Order of the Garter.
Order of the Thistle is the answer we were looking for. We have to say, David, congratulations, Eggheads, you have won. Oh, stand up, guys. What can I say? Because you had third place a while back in a quiz. You had second place, but it was in the stars.
I know.
You're going to come first in this one. I don't know. I can't explain it. But then the Eggheads will be, this is good for their confidence because they've had a bit of a bad time, which I mustn't mention. So the Eggheads have done what comes naturally again. They're just getting into their stride again. They're reigning supreme over Quizland again. It does mean you won't be going home with the £1,000. So we roll that money over to our next show. Eggheads, well done. Just getting it back together, aren't you? Join us next time to see if a new team of challengers can stop them in their tracks. £2,000 we'll be here to play for. Until we quiz again, goodbye.